The theme of the Aegean Sea was a Byzantine province in the northern Aegean Sea, established in the mid-9th century. As one of the Byzantine Empire's three dedicated naval themes, it served chiefly to provide ships and troops for the Byzantine navy, but also served as a civil administrative circumscription. History. The theme has its origins in the late antique civil province of the islands, which encompassed the islands of the southeastern and eastern Aegean up to Tenedos. The term Aegean Pelagos appears for the first time as an administrative circumscription in the early 8th century, when seals of several of its comerciarii are attested. One seal, dated to 722, even refers to an official in charge of all the Greek islands, possibly implying an extension of the old province over the islands of the northern and western Aegean as well. Militarily, the Aegean islands came under control of the Caribbean Oikor and later of the Siberiot theme during the 7th and 8th centuries. From the late 8th century, however, two separate commands appear in the Aegean. The Drumgarios of the Aegean Sea, apparently controlling the northern half, and the Drumgarios of the 12 Islands, or of the Gulf, in charge of the south. The latter command eventually evolved into the theme of Samos, while the former evolved into the theme of the Aegean Sea, encompassing both the islands of the northern Aegean as well as the Dardanelles and the southern coasts of the Propontis. The theme of the Aegean Sea must have been created in 843. Its governing strategos does not appear in the Tacticon Uspensky of 842-843, which still lists the Drumgarios, but he is elsewhere attested as being active at Lesbos in 843. The theme of the Aegean Sea was a regular theme, subdivided into Torme and Banda and with a full complement of military, civil, and fiscal officials. In the areas of the Dardanelles and the Propontis, however, the Drumgarios and later the strategos of the Aegean probably shared authority with the Count of the Opsician theme, to whose jurisdiction these territories properly belonged. The Count of the Opsicians probably retained authority over civil administration and local defense, while the Aegean theme was solely responsible for equipping ships and raising the men to man them from these areas. A similar procedure existed in the theme of Samos as well. This view is strengthened by the fact that the Opsicians, and especially the Slavs living in the Opsician theme, are attested serving as marines in the 10th century. According to Emperor Constantine VII Porphyrogenitos, in the early 10th century the theme included Lesbos, Lemnos, Imbros and Tenedos, Chios, the Sporadis and the Cyclades. According to Elena Viola, the Cyclades were probably transferred to the Aegean theme when the Dodecanius Colpus naval command was broken up and the theme of Samos established, from it in the late 9th century. In 911, the forces of the naval theme of the Aegean are recorded as being 2,610 oarsmen and 400 marines. The province survived until the late 10th, early 11th century, when it became progressively split up into smaller commands. As the Cyclades and Sporadis, Chios and the region of Abydos acquired their own strategois, the theme of the Aegean became a purely civil province comprising only the coasts of the Propontis and the region around Constantinople. By the late 11th century, what remained of the old thematic fleet was subsumed into the unified imperial navy at Constantinople, under the command of the Megastou. Thereafter, sometime in the 12th century, the theme of the Aegean seems to have been fused with the Opsician theme into a single province, as attested in the Partitia Terrarum Impera Romania in 1204. The theme ceased to exist after the dissolution of the Byzantine Empire by the Fourth Crusade in 1204.